Well, hello from glamorous Hollywood. No, I'm not going down a mine, but I'll show you what I'm going to do. Because I am very happy and excited and motivated by the momentum that this is having on the channel and within me, I am burning the midnight oil. So it's going to rain tomorrow apparently. So I want to get this last triangulated piece on the gantry done, and then that is possibly going to go across the top, but I can't do that on my own. So and then I'm going to probably get these strips. I've got 2 strips to go along there, and then obviously same on this side, so it's really going to lock it down. So I'm triangulating this on the inside. I found these nifty things. I mean, it's like fire to me because I never really do anything like this. It's all car based for me. But yeah, these things that like turn into studs when you tighten them. All you DIY guys are going, yeah, there's nothing special about that. But oh, Wife-tastic is starring again in episode 5. There we go, complete with a plane. Civil engineering, is this civil engineering? Civil engineering project is done until we lift something. Now maybe that's going to go across the top, probably. But all the strengthening's in there. It's only strips, it's not box section or anything, but it holds the 2 legs down onto its wooden feet down there, and same lower down there. It's pretty solid now, and I'm pretty happy with it. And I'm fogging up when I breathe. It's damp in the air and I'm fogging up. So that's it. I think it's gonna rain tomorrow, so I've got to clean this out and put the Infinity in here. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very happy. It just shows, like, with, I don't know, the way I interpret it, with something like depression, you don't take care of yourself like this. You don't lay a foundation like this to make your life easier in the future. You just don't see it. So this is a good thing. I'm not gonna lie, this morning I wanted to be the bringer of better and more productive news on the actual project. Well, the framing stood up to rain, so it's strong enough for that. That's good. But the bug that I was going to go buy had a paperwork issue that popped up. Obviously, an uncle's brother's mother's sister's niece bought it for a friend 6 years ago, and none of the paperwork was ever taken care of. And then after it wasn't taken care of, it was lost. So no pink slip and no contact with the original owner on the pink slip. Now, I've done cars before that are out of the system, and you get it VIN verified and weighed and all that kind of stuff, and then it's relatively simple because there's no record of the car anyway. It's kind of like a new car. This person's still in the system, and so is the car. So I've then got to start to send certified letters to this person. If they reply, they could claim the car. If they don't reply, I've then got to go to DMV with the unopened certified letters to say they've been returned to sender and all that kind of stuff. And I just don't want to go into that level of hassle with this. And the car's okay. Don't get me wrong, the car's fine. It'll do the job fine. But, it's not perfect. And it's a lot of hassle. So I've seen another couple pop up, and also now that I've got no room, there's like 3 BMW Z3s popped up that are great deals that I have no room for. Such is life. So what we're going to do today is starting to remove the dash, because the car as a whole is going to be going on a diet, because obviously a Beetle, I think, is about 3 inches narrower on each side. So all the strength is all going to be leaving. So what I need to do is I need to reintroduce the strength, as far as I can figure out, down the center and keep her, not bananaing. So we need to remove the dash. That's going to be today's job. And also, it's been fermenting in my mind, the whole differential situation and differential mount situation. And it's not as bad as I thought. Now, it's all torn away. You can see all that. That's all torn away. And that has forced this side to come down. Now, I'm assuming the drive shaft turns that way. The torque has pulled it down that way. So I'm going to chop a bunch of that out and then jack it and get it back up to level and put, a load of bar across the top. And I have a new one of these mounts coming from FCP Euro. I'll probably chop all that off and then put the new one in there and then reinforce it. There's a sway bar there, but we'll work around that somehow. So yeah, so today, or now, however long it takes, working the evenings tonight. So I've only got a couple of hours on it, but we shall get on. Look for screws to undo. I've never taken one of these out. I don't know if it's a modular dash that like unplugs and the wiring comes off with the dash, or whether the skin comes off. Don't know. Let's go. I apologise if any of the sound is bad, because it seems the crims are out in Burbank this morning, so please direct your letters at the Burbank PD. Okay, let's get on. It's not planes, it's helicopters. If it's not helicopters, it's dust relocation technicians. Jesus. As many of you may have noticed in that little sequence, trim is not my thing. Always got a label. One thing that's really one thing that's really handy about cutting stuff out that you don't need, because obviously I'm never going to need airbags again, is that you can keep these circuits, find the amperage of them, and you can repurpose them for other stuff like, phone chargers, USBs and stuff like that. Because you'll have ignition lives, constant lives, all that good stuff. Anybody need a knee pad airbag? Actually, I don't think it was an airbag, it was just a knee pad. An aluminum knee pad. What? Oh, shit. So it seems a lot of stuff has been off on this car before and then glued back on, or lots of glue holding this car together and paste. I'm seeing lots of non-BMW big self-tappers going on it. Oh, hello. What's that? JVC. Ooh, fancy. Well, we never need a machine screw. Lots of brokenness. And that's before I even got hold of it. I mean, there's more now, but definitely seen some bolts that look major. One thing that it's good to keep in mind is that in taking a dash apart, some bits are easy, some bits are hard, and you don't know when the easy bits are going to come, you don't know when the hard bits are going to come. And the easy bits, you gain momentum. Then you get to a hard bit, and you don't want to lose that momentum, so you end up breaking stuff, like I did. It's good to have a second, chill out, and carry on. Oh shit. Yeah, that happened. It was broken anyway, don't hate me. That, after I just said to relax. I cannot imagine doing this with the windshield in place. Would never happen, I would have smashed it to pieces by then. Not that I haven't damaged a lot of shit doing it this way, but... Whew. That was a war. The next Z3 dash I take apart is going to be perfect. Guess I'm going to have to re-glue that back in. Oops. So, what me is thinking is bars going from that fairly strong structural place to this area, because as I say, I think there's going to be about 3 inches coming out of each side here. I don't want it to start bananaing because there's so much strength in here, obviously sill and everything. Don't want the car to banana in the middle like that, so I need to run bars across to keep it like it is. Okay, I'm hungry. I need food.
Okay, so we found a way to move the chair. So this is the passenger chair, which motor doesn't seem to want to work. That's the motor that brings the seat forward and back. Now this had a rubber sheath on it. Looks like that. So cut the rubber sheath off, and it has these two bars, and they have hex heads on the end, so you could use a spanner or a wrench. But if you hold the actual seat and start to push the seat forward slowly, it's going to be a long process, but the seat is moving. So luckily I don't have to cut the floor because it seems to be double skinned. I can't see any like stud heads or anything like that, or bolts going through when I look underneath. So the seat is moving. It's the slowest moving seat in the entire world, but it's moving, and we're now going to have to chop holes in the floor. Happy days.
Sometimes jobs take a hell of a lot longer than you think they're going to take. This has probably taken me about, I want to say 2-3 hours, something like that. So first of all, obviously manually winding it forward. And I don't think it would go slightly as far forward manually for some unknown reason as it would on the motor. Whereas this bolt was totally fine to get out. Oh my God, that one, nightmare. I've been chopping sockets down to different heights because a normal socket wasn't deep enough to go in the runners. It would sit off the bolt, so you couldn't undo it, and then a tall one would foul the bottom of the chair. Oh, what a pain in the arse. And then the delights of the bottoms of seats. Awesome. Okay, vacuum. There we go. Hope it comes across in the video. That's a heck of a lot better. Right, she'll start to take the carpet out, I think. Now this carpet is relatively dry, but whenever I've done these before, soft tops, they're always so wet inside. And there's definitely some rust marks on the carpet, so let's see. Yay. Wow. It's just crazy. That's California. That's a California car. That's insane. And this side's the same. Okay, here she is. In all her glory. Last day as an air-cooled. So, all the bits that I need are good. Heater channels at the front have holes in, but I don't need those. Everything else is pretty good. We love orange. So yeah, somehow we've now got to get this up this hill on the back of the truck going that way. Yay. So I'm not gonna lie, we've been having a moment. The passenger side rear was seized, so we've just given that a liberal abuse dose of penetrant, and the back brakes are never going to work again. But we don't care about that. That's all okay as long as it rolls home. That's all I care about. So we're throwing some air in the tires now, and yeah, Raphael's been awesome, really awesome, because I didn't come overly prepared. I really didn't. So we'll be on the road hopefully in about, I'd say about 20 minutes, something like that. Sorry about the lighting, but wow, God, I expected it to be pretty straightforward. Then there was a rear brake frozen on. Oh my God, I really thought I was gonna have to drive an hour home and an hour back tomorrow. I don't know, with tools and an oxyacetylene torch or some heat or something, you know. But in the end, drenching it in WD-40 seemed to free everything off. Thank God. And I've never towed a vehicle in the dark before. I got to admit, not my favourite. Really, not my favourite thing to do. But you know, so I'll keep looking behind, looking for smoking rear hubs and smoking rear brakes.
Stay in the left 3 lanes.
Can't see anything yet. So far, it does seem to be very heavy. but let's just think positively and send it. Hit and hope. You know, that kind of thing. I shall check in a few miles, see how things are going. See you in a bit. The first night. A little snapshot in time, a slice in time. This will never happen again. 1303, it's exactly the model I wanted. Orange is awesome, love orange. Kind of a corporate colour. Yeah, 1303, curved screen. Strut front suspension gives me more room to work at the front with the with all the BMW stuff. So I've definitely got a bit of action down there in the heater channels, but I'm chopping from the A-pillar forward anyway. Look at that, A-pillars are good. Around the rear window, a little bit happening there, but it's just insane that this isn't just gone, which they pretty much all have been so far. So yeah, awesome. Engine seems to have had some love. He was saying some sort of aftermarket or opened up cylinder heads, maybe 041s, something like CBs or something like that. That'd be nice. The engine's been painted, so it definitely has had some love at some point. So it'd kind of be interesting to, you know, dig into it and see if we can keep hold of it and use it. It's a semi-auto. This car's a semi-auto, so it's the one that runs the gears of some sort of vacuum pressure system. It only has 2 pedals, like an automatic, but you change gears manually. Really weird setup. I didn't actually ever thought they did it on the Supers. I'm pretty sure in Europe they only ever did it on the torsion bar fronted ones, I think. Yeah, there was a torsion bar fronted suspension, and then you got the CVs on either end of the drive shafts. So it was kind of a sought after floor pan, that one, the semi-automatic torsion bar fronted European floor pan. So you could lower it and you wouldn't get camber on the rear wheels. There you go. There's my Beetle nerdishness coming out. But yay, there we go. The tow rig. The Rick truck. The full family. Apart from the Audi and Buzzloo's rear. Okay, I'm cold. Bedtime. You know what? And on that epically successful note, I think I'm going to end this episode. So do the likey and the subscribey thing. I'll see you next time. Bye.